perfect blindfold, pair of fresh, untouched hashtag on it stickers, yeah? Oh my God, right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
So your working space, we've all got a working space, whether it be, I don't know, like an office from home or an office at work, or maybe your van, like back in the day when I had a transit van, I was in the building trade, I had my van, that was like my working space as such. That was like, I suppose, my office on the road, but I always make sure that my working space is organised, it's clean, it's ready to use, yeah? And this here, this unit that we're stood in, is my working space currently. Obviously this is, the whole site is my working space, but this is where we film. This is where we do all the main social media stuff. And this unit, to some people, it's just a groggy old unit, you know, it's a bit rough, it needs a bit of TLC, but I really like it, and I'm really proud to have this as our working space. Now, behind me here, we've got this really rough looking wall, and again, I like the roughness. This unit used to be a body shop, right? It used to be a body shop. They used to repair tractors in this unit. You can see on the floor, all the paint. I know a lot of you have seen this already. But you can see where they've repaired bits of tractor parts. It's, you know, it's a bit of a mess, but I really like the mess. And I've decided I want to highlight and exaggerate that mess by getting a graffiti artist out to graffiti the whole of this wall. So in this video, you can see a before and after of the wall behind me, and more importantly, my working space. So here we go then, this is our little unit. You can see you can comfortably fit 3 cars in here. And for those that are new to the channel, we are located on my car dealership, which is Binker. And you can see we've got absolutely loads of cars out here. There's Duncan in the background there. He's actually painting the shutter doors. They were silver. In fact, the side ones were green, but we're getting them painted blue, which is like the Binker blue colour. All right, so this is our dealership. And then in the corner, we've got my unit that I use for filming stuff on social media. So come in here, it's quite nice, man. Just get in here, get out of everyone's way, just have my own space to film. And these cars here, these are actually all Planet of Dreams cars. I think by the time this video goes live, the A45 will be gone. The TTS will probably still be available, and the Golf R that's just come in, so that will definitely still be available. So if you want to be in for a chance of winning them for nothing, just go to planetdreams.co.uk, go and enter for free. As long as you're a subscriber of the channel, you are more than welcome to enter, all right? So the unit, before we can do the wall, we've got to get, you can see this is just, the boys have been over here just pickling it all off. We're just getting all the loose bits off, but we kind of want to leave it as rough as possible. See that bit there, it's just come off. It's actually strangely satisfying. There's a couple of nice bits there, but it's basically just a metal wall, yeah, from floor to ceiling. With, a chipboard wall from floor to ceiling with a metal face at the bottom here. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be painting the whole wall. A single colour. I say the whole wall. The bottom half we're going to leave as it is, because again, we kind of want to leave these random patches. And then the top half, we're going to just paint a solid colour, so then it's got a consistent background. This stuff here, again, because it was a body shop, we could remove this and make it a really clean look. I don't want to remove it. I actually don't want to remove it. I want to keep it there because I think it's part of the character of the building, and I think we can probably, I don't know, again, just highlight these features, keep them here. I think it's quite cool. Going for like the traditional white wall, grey floor look, it's just too common, and I thought, I don't know, making it unique. So let's talk about the design for the wall. So I kind of want to make it like a bit of a mood board, stroke mood wall, whatever you want to call it, of features or things that stick out to me throughout my whole life. So things like cars, of course, and we're going to have some things like just things that have inspired me on my journey, like powerful words. In fact, let me show you the notes that I've written down. Here we go. So my little graffiti ideas. Note, I'm going to put the camera, or at least my elbow, on the roof of that car. Let's just make sure that we've got resting it on the strap. That's it, that's better. That's it, I can relax now. So I've just done it in sections: brands, images, and then power words. A German flag as well, I suppose, for 2 reasons. 1, because obviously I love German cars, and 2, because I've actually got a German passport, so Germany's part of my heritage. I want that up there as well. Money, Top Gear as a car show, that was a big show, again, a big influence on me, of reason why I do what I do, partly because I was just inspired by driving nice cars and just having fun and promoting into the world how much I love cars. So deals, everything's out, loads of stuff, yeah? I've actually got a little design idea. Neil, the guy that's doing the artwork, he's just a friend of a friend. Just does it as a bit of a hobby more than anything. He just sent me over a design. I put a screen grab of that up on the video now. But he's made a start with it. We've made a couple of tweaks. I think what we need to do now is, I'm actually heading away now for a few days, so I'm going to be leaving him to it. We're probably just going to set up a time lapse and just watch it all unfold. And then when I come back, I'm gonna be faced with the surprise, hopefully, providing it's all done, of my new graffiti wall looking complete. So we'll leave it as that, and I'll put back in a few days' time when it's done. Right, so I am back from my holiday. I say holiday, it wasn't really a planned holiday. I'm trying to go into this right now. It's a bit of a long story. Basically, we was meant to do like a TV show, and it just went a bit weird, and ended up not doing the TV show, and ended up just thinking, well, I've got some time kind of booked out of work. I don't need time out, like I literally need to be here, but I kind of took that opportunity. Kai was on, Alexa, get your tape now. Kai was on school holiday, so I thought, let's just do it, let's get away. So we went to Port Banús for a few days, and it was amazing, man. Like, there was amazing cars there. It was such a nice place. It's somewhere that I've always wanted to go. Nice to get away with the family, and I'm back now. Excited about work. I'm also very excited about seeing my unit. I've not actually been over there yet, so we're gonna go over there shortly. In fact, you lot would have seen it, because we would have done like a time lapse up to this point, wouldn't we? So you lot have seen the unit before I have. That's a bit cheeky, but we're gonna go over there shortly, but I wanna touch back on the subject of environments and working spaces. So I'm currently in my office, and we've had all of the upstairs now. It's basically complete. It's looking a bit bare, does need a few bits doing. We've got an office in there, another desk here. We're gonna get another desk here as well. This is just where us, all the social media people work upstairs. And then here we've got my office. Again, we just had it all painted. I might have mentioned this earlier on in the video, I can't remember, because this video's been filmed over like a period of days. But yeah, my office is really good, it's all very nicely set up. And then behind my office, we've got this room, which I know I've mentioned quite a bit on my social media, but I don't think you guys have actually yet seen it fully complete. I have filmed my first video in here, which would have went up a few days ago, but this is basically, if I just turn this light on, ready, 3, 2, 1. Then that light in there is quite subtle. But this is kind of like the podcast room. On it, mate, on it. Hashtag on it, and then we've got a big light here as well. Just flick that on. Oh. And the idea for this room was just for me to, it's next to my office, there's no windows in here either, so there's no sort of distractions. This is all soundproofed as well. So I could just come in here and just talk. I've ordered some microphones. In fact, there's the microphones down there. They must have arrived when I was away. And I just want to be able to sit here. I can invite guests down. I can talk about stuff myself. And just be able to just, you know, the part of being on social media or anything that you do, you need to just be able to just go and engage with whatever your work is at any point in time. You can't have distractions, you can't have things sidetracking you. Whereas this room, I can go in here, and what we've also done, when I switch the lights on in here, so I can close this door, I'm in my own environment. There is also a lock on this door, so I can lock myself away from the world. We've put this light up here. We're gonna put on air up there, so anytime anyone walks in, as soon as I switch the main lights on in there, this light comes on, and that's like the on-air light, and then everyone knows that Calvin's on air, you can't distract him, he's filming, leave him alone, and then I can just crack on and do whatever I want to do, talk about whatever I want to talk about, without any distractions. So yeah, working environment. So on that note, what I need to do is I'm gonna pass the camera over to our cameraman, Amar, and I think he's outside at the minute, just photographing a car. But yeah, what I'm gonna do, I am proper excited about seeing the new graffiti wall at the unit. It's apparently not fully done yet, it's not completely finished. But obviously I'm back today. I wanna go over there, I wanna check it out. I'm excited to see it. So we need to get it on camera. Let's head over there now and film my reaction to my new graffiti wall.
You're on it, Amar, yeah? You ready? You ready to reveal the big wall to me, yeah?
This is like proper YouTube suspense stuff, innit? I actually feel a bit, anxious ain't the right word. It's something that I've been wanting to get done for a long time. Like this is the look we could have gone for. We could have gone for this look, and I chose not to. Brave, stupid, clever. I think clever is the right words. There's the Golf GTI performance there, looking good. ready to go. We've had the doors painted, by the way. It's worth talking about whilst we're on the subject of environments and stuff like that. They look a lot better. That's been done since I've been away. I think they started doing them at the beginning of this video and then they've completed them whilst I'm away. This is it. How are we going to do this? What's the best way to do this? The perfect blindfold. A pair of fresh, untouched hashtag on it stickers, yeah? So we put them on there, yeah? Oh my God, right. I'm actually gonna have to hold you. Well, in fact, I can face that way now. Are we ready to get on it? Yeah. I just feel like I'm stood in my unit, which I am, and I feel like, you know, it's just gonna have a plain, mucky looking wall there, but I know a lot's changed since I last looked at it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, no way, man. Obviously I've seen pictures of it, but in reality, like now seeing it complete, it looks so much better. The image that I showed you at the beginning of the video, this looks completely different. It looks so much more grand and impressive. We've even done a bit on the floor and stuff as well. The different sort of aspects and elements of my life, like for me, it's quite a lot to soak in here. Let me shut that door so the light, it looks amazing. It looks amazing, doesn't it? This is what a cool filming spot for us. Like, look at it. I need to get a car parked in front of it so I can see exactly what it looks like. With a car there, with me. Look how big my head is. I thought my head was big in real life. Look at that. That might even make the thumbnail, just a dramatic arms out look like that, like whoa, check my graffiti wall out. So, wow, man, what a surprise! What a nice thing to come back to. So we've obviously painted the top half of the wall grey. I'm guessing Duncan's done that, didn't he? Number 23 over there. I don't know. That's actually my lucky number. I wonder whose idea was that. That's mad. We've got. Let's talk our way through this. Let's talk through it. CCD, obviously my logo. CalumsCarDiary.com, that's obviously my merch store. Top Gear logo there as well. Top Gear was a massive, I know I've probably talked about this at the beginning of the video, but I want to talk about the significance and the importance of every aspect or element of this wall to me. And it is important. The German flag, which again I mentioned earlier, German heritage, I obviously love German cars. I've got a BMW badge in there. Not to say that I don't love other brands, but BMW is generally my go-to sort of brand. Binker, of course. Without Binker, none of this would be possible. Being here, being at this site, doing the channel, you know, the channel and everything evolved or come around because of Binker, and then we've added a .co.uk there on the end just to, you know, talk about the website. Cash, we all love a bit of cash. Unfortunately, there's nowhere near as much cash around nowadays as there was a few years ago, but cash is ultimately what's driven me to, or just say cash, you know, money. Money is a massive driver for all of us to succeed. So I thought it was really important that we've got money on there. We've got Planet of Dreams website, the domain name in the bottom corner there. Words like, powerful word like sacrifice. I've sacrificed so much, we all do. To achieve anything, you need to sacrifice, you need to make sacrifices. And I think these power words are just important to me. Graft, like, I graft all the time. I don't bloody stop. Even me going away, I could have done without going away. Did I enjoy my holiday? I did absolutely enjoy my holiday, I loved it, but I've got so much going on all the time that it's really difficult for me to switch off. I went away and I worked. I literally worked on my phone for pretty much the whole week, which is sad, but it's also, you know, it's part of the graft, part of the grind. So that's a deal, that phone call there, that's a deal on the go. Pressure, I'm all about being under pressure. I put myself under loads of pressure. Another power word, I think it's important that you put yourself under pressure, because if you ain't putting yourself under no pressure, again, you're not going to achieve. I am under a crazy amount of pressure all the time, and you know what, I love pressure. It does stress me out, don't get me wrong, I do get a bit stressed. I say that, I appreciate pressure. With pressure comes rewards, with effort comes, with sacrifice comes reward as well. So pressure was another powerful word that I wanted on there. NAFCO 54, obviously our clothing brand is a brand that we grew up wearing as kids, and it was a brand that we managed to buy back years later. I don't know if you lot know the full story of that. People sort of my age and upwards will remember that brand from the 90s. It was massive. We now own that brand. It's going really well. People absolutely love it, us included, so we had to get that on there. Hashtag on it. on it all the time. We've just gone for the graffiti style with everything. Even got like underneath the broken paint that was originally on the wall of the building. I love it that we've kept that. Hashtag on it for me, I think it's just vital that you're on it. I said about graft, it's just work related. Keeping that direction all the time, keeping on it is so important. Bart Simpson, comedy's vital, man. I like to crack a joke and have a laugh in videos, in real life, as best as I can. For me, The Simpsons, I just remember coming home from school as a kid and it was always on telly. And even now, it still is now. I don't watch it nowadays. I don't have the time. But again, I think comedy, humour, and another memory from my childhood is so important. The word love, family, like love and family, you've got to love yourself, love everyone around you. I think it's a really important word. It's a word that shouldn't be overlooked. And I just thought that was really important that I got that on there. Family, like what are we all working for? We're working for our family, whether you're got a child on the way. People on the channel over the last few weeks, strangely, a lot of people are saying they've either got a baby on the way or they've just had a child. And I think it's really, really important that we sort of grind it back to the fact that we are, you know, we're humans, and love and family it's number one, man. So the word Luton, I always sort of boil down to the fact that I'm just a bloody car trader from Luton. I know I say that a lot, but that is what I am. I'm a car trader from a town like Luton. Luton's a controversial town. It's a challenging town to live in. My childhood was very, it was complicated, and part of that complication was probably to do with where I grew up or how I grew up. And you know what, again, going back to pressure, I love the pressure that I had as a child, and I value it. I appreciate that I had that pressure, and that does really evolve around that word Luton. We've put a location pin there as well. Below that, we've got a transit van. I actually had one of these old smiley face transit vans, P808JWJ, the plate was. I could tell you a whole story about that van, but all I can tell you right now, the summary of that story is, for me, back when I was a child, when I was a teenager, the transit was like my rock. That van there, I used it for work when I was in the building trade. I then upgraded to a newer transit, which I've spoken a lot about on my channel. And the value that van offered me, or the support of the backbone, it's good, they're known as the backbone of Britain, but just what that van gave me. Raindrops fill buckets. We've got the paint bucket there, sort of a water bucket even, with raindrops just dripping into the bucket. Again, so important. Everything you do, literally everything that you and I do is a contributor to our future. Don't matter what it is, whether you choose to wake up and go to the gym this morning, or you choose not to do that and go to the bloody pub this evening, well, they're both contributors of where you're going to look, how you're going to look, how you're going to feel, and what you're going to become in your future days. Every single thing you do is a contributor. Even us picking up this camera today, filming this video, this is a contributor towards our future. So I think it's really important that you're constantly thinking, raindrops fill buckets, little things. Like I was just about to say about car washing, which is where that saying was so valuable. We used to wash cars, £5 a car, and that sponge represents me washing cars. Me and Leon used to hand wash cars for the public, and again, raindrops fill buckets. It was kind of part of that mindset to keep going all the time, because it is hard, man. It's hard to keep going. The chub lock there, obviously I was a locksmith for many years. That was kind of going back to the transit was the backbone of our life, but the locksmithing career was kind of the backbone financially of our lives at that point in time. It was funding a lot of, I say funding, it wasn't generating that much money, but it was a good trade. I enjoyed it, and it was a very good chapter of my life. Enterreg.com, we've got the domain there as well. Massive thing that we've been working on for years as a family. It's an incredible platform. It's something that we rely on as a business with Binker and the car buying shop. And in fact, the car buying shop has now evolved to become enterreg.com. So it's a massive, massive project that we're very proud of, and without that, we wouldn't be where we are today. We've got the word family up there again. That's wicked. The Planet of Dreams logo at the top there. The Instagram logo. Obviously, I spent a lot of time on my Instagram account just working. Again, raindrops fill buckets. You know, I started off with 1 follower, went to 2, and then a few friends and family would have followed me. You lot know the journey of social media, and as you add and you contribute and you mention it here and there, it grows, yeah? And I've got over 90,000 followers now. Not that the follower count is even where the value or where the goal is. It just shows that theory of raindrops fill buckets. Just you keep doing it, keep on it, keep progressing, and it will always amount to something. So the big image of me in the middle, I love that. I literally love that. I don't know, I changed my profile pics recently, And I just think it's cool, man. It's quite comical in a strange way. I kind of look a little bit angry. Do I look angry? I don't think I look angry. It's just like my sort of smug face. I can't do it now because I'm too happy. It was that face that I like to pull. So yeah, man. I think Neil, the guy that painted it, he's going to be coming down shortly. He was a friend of a friend. I don't actually know him. I never met him before. I just heard that he does what he does, and you can see he has done an absolutely incredible job. I might have missed a few words. I've got the word create there. It's always important that you create within your ability as well. Like creation for you and I, or for whoever, it's different for all of us. And I think creating is, again, it's ultimately what makes us unique. So create where you can, man. Deals, I put love deals. They're coincidentally next to each other. They are separate words, but then I do love deals as well. Deals, again, ultimately is, I'm still learning this as I go. Sacrifice, discipline, consistency, again, kind of forms part of Raindrops Fill Buckets. Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale, has to be, because it's what's enabled me to continue moving forward. I'd love to have hung on to so many things, cars in particular, but I can't, unfortunately. I literally can't, so I can't afford to. I've got to keep selling, keep making progress, keep moving forward. On that note, is that a deal? That is a deal. That's going to be another video. So we're going to film that shortly. I wanted to get this part of this video filmed because I'm about to film another video. So I think I'm going to wrap it up and leave it as that. We might get Neil in on camera. I don't know yet if he's going to be heading down shortly, but thanks to everyone. I hope you sort of, well, I don't know what I'm hoping for. I'm pleased, I'm proud, I'm happy, man. If I could have told 10-year-old Cal or 15-year-old Cal this, hold on, I know what I ain't mentioned, Gran Turismo. 15-year-old Cal, when he was sat in his room on his PlayStation playing Gran Turismo, I wasn't in school. I used to just not go to school, so I didn't like it. I wasn't fitted in school. It just didn't work for me. And I used to sit at home playing bloody Gran Turismo. That's kind of like such a dropout thing to do. But for whatever reason, I never felt like I was a dropout. I never felt like, I just felt like confident in myself. I just kind of knew what I was doing. It's what I wanted to do. And I was quite obsessed with it. I was very, very good at it. But again, that's quite a significant logo in my life. Gran Turismo, there was other games that I played, but that there, my friends from school will probably watch this video and they'll be like, how I actually remember how obsessed with it. I used to invite them around and race each other and stuff. But yeah, that game was so important. Have I missed anything else? There's graffiti on the wall as well, but I'm a little bit unsure about the graffiti on the wall. I don't know if I want to go for a cleaner look on the wall because I think it would look quite good. So we're not going to go into detail of what's on the walls. Thanks very much for watching. Keep hashtag on it. Yeah, it's really important to keep hashtag on it. And whatever your journey is, I think it's really important to highlight in your own mind. Do a mood wall of your own. Do it on paper. Highlight in your own mind what you're about. We're all so unique and we should be proudly unique of who we are. And nothing's not cool. Everything's bloody cool, man. If I like Bart Simpson, if I love NAFCO 54 in the 90s, if I enjoy sacrificing things and I like creating and my logo is CCD and I'm driven by earning money and I love my YouTube channel, but I've got a few followers and this is my journey, yeah? Raindrops Fill Buckets. And I'm hashtag on it. And I think whatever your journey is, you should be bloody proud of yourself, man, whoever you are. So, mate, I am so impressed. We've got your little boy there. He's happy, isn't he?
You joining in?
Yeah? Yeah. You happy?
What you got to say? You got something to say?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little fist bump? There we go. What's your name?
Rafi.
Rafi.
Hello, Rafi.
Hello.
Hello. So Neil, you're a graffiti artist, but not even by trade, just by nature.
Yeah. I started off that way, and now I get a lot of work from it. Which is good, It's something I like doing.
It's something you like doing.
Yeah,
you would have been probably quite a reckless kid, I guess.
Not particularly. I was more. I don't know, kind of orchestrated, like I used to plan my paintings and go out and do stuff like that,
It's kind of like, controlled mess, isn't it? But in an
you've got the chaos and you've got the control and you've got a good combination of the two, And it's different things to different people. Lots of people go out and just love the chaos, lots of people like the control, and there's a fine balance in everybody, I guess. Yeah.
So let's talk about this job.
This job?
Because, for me, I'm my channel see me as, I'm a bit of a joker. I'm maybe not quite as serious on my channel as I am in real life. But to me, I take things seriously. I want things to be right. I'm bloody particular. And I've been on the phone to you a lot.
There were moments where I had to sort of call you to make sure, I'm going to do this, is that going to be all right? And I didn't know which way it was going to go. And Yeah, with so many specifics on the job, I was a bit like, I knew I could do it. I had confidence in the fact that I could do it, but it's just like trying to get everything you wanted included. You know, it was just remembering it all and obviously finding a place for it and bringing it all together so it looks, you know, so
it looks good. And then and also I suppose ultimately you do want to impress your customer, don't you?
Of course,
you want it to be right.
You know, there's a lot of jobs I do where, you know, I don't particularly like the outcome. The customer says, "Oh, can you do this for me, and I think, "Oh, that might not work." And you know, there were a couple of moments where I thought, "Am I going to be able to get all the stuff you said included in the piece?" And it came together nice, man. You know, and halfway through, I started having a bit more confidence with it, saying, "Actually, yeah, this is going to look good now." And
it looks unbelievable, mate.
You know, I don't love doing portraits, but you know,
mate, the portrait, I think that's come out so well, isn't it? You're happy, aren't you? You're a happy boy.
But yeah, I mean.
The portrait, you said from the start that it's not a challenge, but you know, it's more of a challenge than doing your usual doodling and artwork.
Obviously the cartoon style of the portrait makes it slightly easier with the execution of it being, you know, simple colour schemes and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, obviously if it doesn't look like the dude, you know, you can have a problem, aren't you? But you know, I think it worked well.
I think you pulled it off. You smashed it.
I think it helped with thanks to Amar. I think Amar's was involved in the character design as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he actually done that image, the original image.
Which made it obviously a hell of a lot easier for me to put it up rather than doing like a real life portrait. These styles are easier, a bit more forgiving.
Easier, and also it's in theme with the whole. It's
exactly,
all cartoon.
It looks a little bit Grand Theft Auto-y. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what goes with the theme of the site and all the things you wanted included.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked it. There's not many jobs I do for people, and I like the end result when it's been so specific to what they want. But yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it came out, and you know, didn't take too long. You know, I did a couple of night sessions. You know, it went well.
Mate, you smashed it. Honestly,
thank you.
I'm well happy.
I'm glad you like it. Of course.
Cool.
I hope to see some good footage of some photos.
Well, you will.
Of the motors in here and stuff as
It's
well.
going to be on my Instagram forever going forward now, my YouTube channel. So it's going to be the backdrop for all of my videos. So yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank you, man.
No worries.